I mean, it's just like the Houston Rockets. I don't really like to watch him play because James Harden is like plays point and nobody else touches the ball. So
the Philippines is very well known to be a basketball nation.
Mm-hmm.
Our men's basketball, we followed them so much. What would it take and what would you recommend or suggest to our Philippine women's basketball in order for it to catch up on the popularity or the skill level of the men's here in the Philippines?
I was able to
Powcast Sports.
Pau from Powcast Sports, Ticha here.
Hey. I haven't even left the hotel. I got in this morning at 1 a.m. But I'm super excited to be here, and I can't wait to see more of the city, more of the country, and obviously interact with the media and with the kids.
First time?
Yeah, first time in the Philippines, yes.
How many days are you staying?
I'm staying till the 21st, so I have enough time to get to see a little bit of everything.
So before basketball, any planned place that you go through? Any plans for R&R?
My focus is to be here and to really inspire the youth to play basketball, to continue to grow and to the love for the game. And in my spare time, I hope my guy Miguel is going to show me around and tell me where to go. So I'm open. I love to get to experience new cultures. I heard you guys have great food here, so I'm looking forward to explore a little bit and sightsee as well.
So what will be the first food that you'll taste here?
I don't know. So you guys have to tell me what's. I forgot the name of this thing. It said the guy yesterday that checked me into the hotel was talking about some egg that has like a baby chicken. I was like, I don't know about that, but was it. I was like, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try.
You'll be coaching 13 and 14-year-olds. What particular skills are you looking for at those age?
I think at that age, the most important thing is, the fundamentals, dribbling, passing, and shooting, to make sure that they do those things well. And I always tell at that age, the most important thing is also to have fun, not to think about, I'm nervous or whatever. At that age, you just want to have fun and make sure that you use the opportunity also to make friends and to truly enjoy each day and to take advantage of the opportunity to be here with great coaches and with Colin and myself. I think we are two people that are at the, I already retired, but he still just got to the NBA and, to really ask questions and take the opportunity to know, what's the secret to success.
Thank you. Okay. Going back to your career, you were kind of being compared to Jason Williams. So how do you find that comparison?
I mean, we both played in Sacramento. We were both point guards, and we were both a little bit flashy the way we passed the ball. So I always welcome the comparison. I love Jason. He used to come to our games all the time, and we were very supportive of each other. And sometimes you just go on YouTube and you put stuff that he did, and it's just kind of crazy. The elbow pass, and and then at the time, like the Kings were really good. They had Chris Webber, Vlade Peja. They were like one of the best teams in the NBA, so really enjoy watching them and watching them compete. And anybody that compares me to, sometimes some people compare me to Magic Johnson. I mean, so those are like big names that I'm like, really? Okay, I'll take the comparison and I feel good about it.
So which would you prefer, Magic or Jason?
Well, Magic was super tall, and for point guard, I'm 180, 5'11", so you didn't see a lot of point guards with my height. So. And that's really because of our age. Like that's who I kind of watched when I was growing up, watching the NBA. So I'd take either. They're both great players. I mean, Magic is a little bit more of a legend, but I like the fact that Jason, played for the Kings.
The WNBA preseason already started. Your thoughts about the upcoming season, and who do you think would be the people to watch and the teams to watch?
I think it's going to be super competitive. Unfortunately, some of the big names are not going to participate this season. Breanna Stewart, she tore her Achilles. Skylar Diggins had a baby, so we don't know when she's going to come back. Maya Moore is taking the year off. So unfortunately, I mean, those are three big names that are not going to compete this year. And Diana Taurasi and Candace Parker are hurt right now, so we don't know how long they're going to be out. But every year the WNBA gets better. It's only 12 teams, and it's even hard to make the team. It's only 12 players, so 144 players in the WNBA, but I think every year gets more and more competitive. And if Breanna Stewart was back, I would say Seattle was going to be probably the favorite to repeat, but since she's not here, she's not going to play this summer, I think it's really open for any team. Maybe the Washington Mystics can win this year.
You mentioned about fundamentals earlier. How important was fundamentals when you were playing?
My dad was a coach,
Okay.
so I mean, he didn't play all the crazy passes in the beginning. He was like, "How many points have you scored?" You know, doing all that. I was like, "None." He was like, "Okay, stop doing it then. You know, focus on the little things." So he was really hard on me, but I appreciate that, and I definitely, you know, got better because he was always on me and super hard. But yeah, the fundamentals are everything. If you can dribble or shoot or make a proper pass, then you can get to the other levels. So I think that's the most important thing, especially at a young age, to really work on the fundamentals of the game.
Tisha, what lessons are you looking to share to young girls in the junior NBA Philippines, especially being a female baller yourself?
I mean, I think the most important thing for them is to see what kind of level of desire and competitiveness they have, because at their age, all I wanted to do was play basketball, but I also didn't have any distractions. I think the youth these days, they have so many distractions that sometimes, you know, they don't truly love to play basketball. They just do it to stay in shape or because it's a hobby. So I think that's what I'll try to, you know, to explain to them, that if you really want to be good at something, you kind of have to have a passion for it and then a desire to get better every day. So just take baby steps and make sure that you were better today than you were yesterday, you know, and work hard. There's no really secret ingredient to be great. The most important thing is to work hard every day.
What about for we're teaching grassroots? How does the role of nutrition help in teaching for basketball?
Oh, it's great, and sometimes when you're young, you don't think about that. I think that comes later in life. You know, I think when I was little, I kind of ate whatever, and then you realize that you can really prolong your career if you really pay attention to what you put in your body. And even here, like in the NBA Philippines, you know, the biggest sponsor is Alaska, which is milk, and you know, that's important to, you know, make sure that the kids, you know, drink their milk, get their calcium, continue to grow. You know, height is not everything, but it helps in basketball for sure.
Tisha, go ahead.
Is there someone that like you can compare that plays like you right now in the current WNBA or in the world basketball scene?
I don't think so. I think I'm old school point guard, and these days all the point guards just really want to score, and they're more like combo guards. So you don't see a lot of point guards that are really pass first. I mean, even like Sue Bird, which is the oldest player right now in the WNBA. She was my biggest rival for a long time. She might be the one that, you know, sometimes makes a behind the back pass or something like that, and she likes to be creative as well. But everything within, you know, the game and looking at time and score. But I don't really see many people that I can compare myself to these days.
What about the evolution of the women's basketball from your era to now?
Oof, I think it's taking major. I mean, little girls these days, they start working out and getting a shooting coach and a trainer at the age of 15, you know, because their dream is to play in the WNBA. So the WNBA has been around for over 23 years, and that's what's great, because little girls these days have really role models that they can aspire to be like. So I feel like if you compare the WNBA now to back in 1997 or 1998 when it started, it's probably 1,000 times better.
So would you prefer a pass first point guard or a shooting point guard?
I would prefer a pass first point guard. I think point guard is kind of the coach on the floor. I think that he or she has to get her teammates involved. Because if a point guard shoots too much, then their teammates are never going to shoot, because, you know, the point guard has the ball all the time. So I just prefer old school. I mean, it's just like the Houston Rockets, you know. I don't really like to watch him play because James Harden is like plays point and nobody else touches the ball. So I just prefer like a more of a team basketball team, and you know, pass, and, you know, like the Spurs play, or so that's what I like.
Tisha, the Philippines is very well known to be a basketball nation. Mm-hmm. Our men's basketball, we followed them so much. What would it take, and what would you recommend or suggest to our Philippine women's basketball in order for it to catch up on the popularity or the skill level of the men's here in the Philippines?
Well, to be engaged, to watch the WNBA. I mean, you don't have to watch it just to watch the WNBA. You can watch the NBA, but I think you have to truly love the game. You know, to want to be great, to really respect it, to get in the gym, and I don't know how many times I went to the playground by myself with the basketball, and sometimes I couldn't even see the basket because it was already nighttime, and my mom would have to come get me, almost like, come eat, it's already 9 o'clock and you're still here. So I truly loved the game. Like, it was love at first sight the first time I touched a basketball. So I think sometimes, in order to be great, you really have to love what you do and really want to be better. So that's my advice to the young women of the Philippines, is to continue to work hard. And I hope that one day we have a great league here like the men's do.
Thank you.
Wala.
Powcast Sports.